biggest problem we had in setting up is finding finance, is funding it. I went to every bank about 3 or 4 times. I'd do my business plan, I'd go to the bank, I'd sit down, and straight away we're looking to organise projects in the South Pacific Islands. We don't have really any experience of this, but I've done a great business plan. We got turned away from everywhere. It's so difficult. It was then we started looking, okay, what are the other funding options? There must be something else out there. And we suddenly found out, just looking on the internet, that there were different competitions going for businesses, for young enterprise, for especially young startups. It's probably best if you're young, if you are unemployed, because there are routes there. One route that we went to is through the universities. We contacted the universities, and it never really occurred to me to go back to university. I left 2 years before. I contacted Leeds Met University. They were a great help. They provided £1,000 proof of concept funding, just £1,000, and all I had to do was do something with the business and show them a receipt of what I was doing. Go for a meeting and explain how this would help me, and then tell them afterwards. Harry was at Leeds University. We went through them as well, and they had a competition running for best business idea to come out of Leeds University. They run it annually. We found out that every university across the country does. So we entered. It enabled us to sit down and do a business plan properly. All the time you're planning for the business, you write notes, and you always know you need to put it into some form of business plan. This was being assessed. This was going to get us some kind of funding if we were able to achieve it. So really focus, make sure you write everything down and really analyse it. And you're about to go into a meeting and have lots of people, it's Dragon's Den style meetings when they ask all these questions. But we went through Leeds University. It was great in that we succeeded in that, and we got more funding from Leeds University for winning the competition. We then represented Leeds University in a Yorkshire-wide competition. And through that again, it was going up to the next stage, so the business plan got better. Suddenly Leeds University said, okay, well, here's an accountant to really go through your, that side of it, speak to this solicitor. So we get more and more support, and we're getting the business plan stronger and stronger. We went through the Yorkshire Universities. We managed to achieve that as well, and we won the Yorkshire University's Best Business Concept. And from then on, we suddenly thought, great, we've suddenly won another £5,000. We're just going into the bank, we can see the amount going up, and we just started Googling any competition that was going, anything that was available that we could enter. There was another competition called the Sir Peter Thompson Award, another Enterprise Award, a much tougher assessment, again, Dragon's Den style presenting. But these things are great when one of the things you don't do, I think, is challenge yourself day to day when you're setting up the business. You speak to people and friends, and people say, I can't do it, and over a drink you go, I can, this is the reasons why. But having to stand there in front of 5 people who don't know you and say, okay, this is the concept, this is why we can achieve it, this is why we deserve the funding. It's a great thing, it's a great coaching thing to do. And we went through and we achieved the Sir Peter Thompson Award, and that was another £5,000. And straight away our target was £20,000. We've got over £10,000 already. And going to the bank at that point and saying, look, you spoke to me 2 years ago, I'm still here. I've got the business plan here is a lot stronger, I think. But as well as that, all these different groups have believed in it, and they've put us through, and they think we can achieve it as well. And from that point, that was enough to to get the additional funding that we needed to set up Think Pacific. Without the competitions, I don't think it would have been a lot harder, certainly. So it's a good route to go through.